I put myself on tape in Chicago when there was a massive casting breakdown that went out, and just sent the tape in, and then we got a call. They're flying you to Los Angeles to read with Chevy and the director. I mean, I was terrified, of course, and I remember I don't think it ended up in the script, but there was like a full page monologue that Russ had, and for Russ, yeah, I don't. It may have just been for auditioning purposes. I'm not sure.
I think it might be.
Yeah, yeah, and I nailed it, and Chevy said, "You're the first one that's been able to do that without looking at his page or stumbling a single syllable. You got the part without talking to the director or the studio or anything. Just said, you got it." And in hindsight, it wasn't because I had given any example of comedic chops, but it was probably because it proved to you that I wouldn't keep you later on set because I wouldn't mess up my lines. But I was very, of course, I was intimidated by the entire environment, and yeah, I'd grown up.
I'm surprised that you say that because you were already a good actor then. And
Yeah, he was
you were
fully
just a
formed.
young
It was like his talent was fully
I'll finish
formed.
what I was saying later.
Well, thank you. And it was a really big deal to me for all the obvious reasons, but also, I had really only done musical theater in Chicago. My father wasn't all that impressed with my productions of Pippin and Fiddler on the Roof.
Your dad was on the set a lot.
He visited, but he was very impressed that I was in the same room with Chevy Chase, and so it was a very big idea. And I have to tell this story because it occurs to me often, and every time that I'm on set with a kid, there was a lunch hour that Chevy took me. I don't think we told anyone. He took me to the sets of Harlem Nights was shooting at the time, and Ghostbusters 2 was shooting at the time, and we visited those sets. Here I am again, like I'd never been in a BMW before, yet he and I are rolling around to these sets and meeting Red Fox and Richard Pryor and Eddie Murphy and Harold Ramis and Dan Aykroyd, and the way that they took me in, I'll never forget, and I'll never forget. Thank you.
That's very nice.